What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 985. There's levels to this. Man, I'm gonna drop all these videos tonight, and ain't none of them gonna get views, bro. Because y'all already know how the YouTube algorithm is. But it is what it is. If you see this and you're one of my real ones, it is what it is. I appreciate you. But, you know, I'm not. What's the word I'm looking for? One of the best things you can do is realize that you're not the smartest person. It's very powerful. When you realize that, you're gonna have a good life. This is what I mean, okay? I've said this before a long time ago. You can physically see when someone is bigger than you. For the most part, you can guess pretty accurately when someone is stronger than you. Okay. We can see when people are faster than us, right? We can when if you race somebody and they beat you, there's no question about it. Okay. However, smartness is a little bit different. IQness is a little bit different. More smarter, that's a little bit tougher to gauge because it depends on what you're doing, right? If I give you material to study and you study it and then you take the exam and you pass it because you studied it, then I don't know, is that or did you pass the exam or did you get a better grade because you're smarter than me or is it because you just knew the material? But there are people that are just their brain works better. The same way there's people that have more fast twitch muscle fibers, and there's nothing you can do about that. I have to believe that these people that have figured out a way to manipulate us into buying things are smarter than us to some extent, right? They gotta be smarter than us. They figured out ways to get us to buy things and all that sort of stuff. So subscription services apparently are not profitable, are not money making, all this other stuff. And for the longest time, my approach is I don't care. I care about my experience with it, right? I don't care if Microsoft makes a dime off of Game Pass. Doesn't bother me at all. If they lose money off of Game Pass, doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. Am I enjoying Game Pass? Yes, I am. That's all I care about. They need to figure out their end over there. That's it. They need to figure out their end. I figure out my end. How do I get to play games? Okay, I like Game Pass. I like what we're presenting. You're not making profit. You should figure it out a different way, right? It is what it is. But when I keep hearing people saying that it's not profitable, all this other stuff, subscription services are horrible. People saying subscription services are messing up everything, movies, industry, everything, right? Then I gotta sit down and think. These people that are saying this, okay? There's no way that they want. There's no way that they want Disney to make more money than Disney itself. Does that make sense? There's no way someone that's a fan that's outside wants Disney to make more money than Disney themselves. Like that there's no way. It doesn't make sense. Disney pays people and employs people to figure out a way to make them even more profit, right? So if you have literally every single production company, whatever you want to call it, buy into the subscription service model. Who am I to sit here and tell you that subscription services are not profitable? Who? Maybe there's an end game to all of this. And maybe that's why I understand that it's not my lane and I'm okay with just consuming it and staying back. If Disney goes out of business because they decided to have a streaming service, too bad. If HBO goes out of business because they decided to have a streaming service, too bad. If Paramount goes out of business, if Cinemax goes out of business, if Xbox goes out of business, if PlayStation goes out of business, if Nintendo goes out of business because they all decided to have a subscription service, too bad. But I gotta believe that if subscription services were really as horrible as some of the people on here that don't own anything, at least not that big, I gotta believe that one of these companies wouldn't do subscription services. Yet they all do. Now the argument is day and date subscription services. Right? That's the argument, right? Subscription services are bad if you're doing day and date. November 2023. How long is it going to take until we start seeing your company, insert whatever it is, also start putting their games as subscription services? We'll see. Or maybe you'll be right, and then Xbox will have to take out day and date out of their subscription services. We will see. To say subscription services don't make sense, and yet everybody is doing it, to include EA, you Play Plus, right? Or U Plus, what do you play? Yeah, literally everybody's doing it. Doesn't make sense. If it's the day and date thing, then okay. I guess we'll see. But at the end of the day, you should care about your experience. And if you don't have day and date in yours, why is that better for you? It's not. Dog1985. There's levels to this. Drop like 5 videos tonight. We out. Peace.